guys, we're going to talk about how to do a ward round and how to keep a jobs book. The important thing about ward rounds is that they're different in every place you'll work, so you just have to get used to how they work in that area. If you're doing your own ward rounds, a way to manage your patients is to see your sick patients first, then try and see your discharges so you know whether or not they're able to go home, and then see all of your other patients to make sure that everybody that you need to see gets seen. If you're scribing for a ward round, there's a few things you always need to include. Make sure that the patient's name and details are on every piece of paper. You need to put today's date and the time that the ward round happened, and then write that the ward round was under the senior clinician who's doing the ward round. You should keep your ward round entries systematic. Each clinician will have a different way that they like to do this, but generally, a problem list at the top with the active problems, and then some of the most recent relevant investigations, blood tests and observations need to be documented. Document any history or examination obtained on the ward round, and then write an impression and a problem list at the bottom so that you know what your jobs are going to be in your plan. You need to keep that nice and clear. At the bottom, you should put your name, your signature, and a bleep or a phone number so that the nurses can contact you if they have any questions about any of the stuff that's in the ward round entry. If you're struggling to keep up with the pace of the ward round, get a colleague to help you and alternate between you writing one entry and then your colleague writing the next one so that you can kind of keep going through the ward round. Another thing to do would be to prepare the notes in advance if you've got time to do this before the ward round starts. Some of the nurses may join you on the ward round, but often they'll be busy doing other things, so make sure you catch up with the nurses afterwards, either in a huddle or just to let them know what the jobs are going to be. This is especially important if you need them to take any specimens for you, or if there's been any change to the patient's prescribed medications or fluids. When you've finished your ward round and you've got all of your jobs listed, you need to write them in a jobs book or on a jobs list. There's different ways to keep a jobs book or a jobs list. Some people do a page a day and write one line for each patient, and some people divide the jobs list into quarters, blood tests, investigations, referrals and discharge letters. Whatever way works for your department, go with that. Try and keep one master jobs list so that there's not lots of little pieces of paper with everybody thinking there's different stuff going on. Everybody needs to be working from the same job list. Try and keep coordinated with your colleagues about who's doing what so that you know the important things are getting done first. It's really important to get things like referrals and imaging requests done early so that those can be done in hours. And if you're going to take blood tests, try and do those early as well so that the results come back. It's often handy to allocate someone to discharges so that those are getting done in a timely manner so that those patients can get home in daylight hours, particularly if they need stuff from pharmacy. Make sure that everyone's doing their fair share of stuff on the ward round. It's not your job to do everything. It's hard to give you some really specific advice because each ward's really different. Look to your seniors if you're not sure what to do next and ask for advice.